Trials of 12 is an object show that I ran on my own from January 1st, 2023 to January 1st, 2024. You all know what happened during the show, and if you haven't, all 13 episodes are available here on my channel. However, what happened before that led to the creation of such a show? As with all object shows, it all stems back to Battle for Dream Island. Obviously, it began on January 1st, 2010. Nearly 4 years later, in late 2013 at the age of 7, I discovered BFDI, specifically BFDI A5. It was from then on that I became a fan of the show. It took me a while to begin trying to make my own object show, as my earliest known attempt was 3 years later in 2016. This first attempt has been lost to time, as it was drawn entirely on paper. All I can remember from it was the host was a door, and some characters were highlighter, boardy, water molecule, salt, and binder. It was after this I began making my own object shows in the form of Algludu worlds, where I'd use the BFDI character assets and build a comic-style show within the sandbox. I called it Battle for the Prize, and all 5.5 episodes were published on July 19th, 2016. BFTP used to be on YouTube, as I posted episode 1 on July 7th, 2016, and episode 2 on July 11th, 2016. The year after, I finally got myself an animation program, Anime Studio Pro, and began following Adam Katz's old tutorials on making an object show within the program. I created the first promotional art of the show via Algludu on May 28, 2017, and the first half of the first episode of Battle Till the End was released on June 7, 2017. The second half of the episode would come out later on June 19, 2017, before the channel was deleted later that month. After this, I didn't try to make another object show for a long time until January 2020, when I began conceptualizing a new object show. I only ended up making a handful of character assets, which are on the screen now, and the show ended up going nowhere. Then, June 2020 came around and I finally had another idea. Spurred on by my collaboration with Carrie KH, I began production of... Fun fact, some of the characters from the show can be seen throughout Trials of 12. I was pretty passionate about this show and released episode 1 on August 1st, 2020, with monthly planned releases. However, as the release date for episode 2 was nearing close, I realized I wouldn't be able to finish episode 2 in time and canceled production of the show. I'd then end up rewriting episode 2 in February 2021 and tried to make it again, and this went on until September 2021, finally canceled for good, and all production stopped. Just about 6 months later, in April 2022, I wrote some notes on my phone with ideas for a future object show. Some of the ideas I wrote down back then actually did evolve into the soon-to-be Trials of 12. Beginning my junior year of high school, I was enrolled in a Photoshop class, which gave me free access to the Adobe Suite and also a school MacBook, which was assigned to everyone. In October 2022, I downloaded Adobe Anime and began formulating ideas for object shows. And then, on October 24th, I looked at an outlet in my computer science classroom and drew the first character for this new show. From there, Trials of 12 naturally evolved into the first episode and the 12 that followed. And that's the history of Trials of 12, spanning back nearly 10 years. Thanks for watching.